Hey everybody, what's good? What's going on? JB here, back with day 3 of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about OSINT. If you aren't familiar with what that is, don't worry about it. You've actually probably already done it. You just didn't know that there was a term for it. So let's just hop into the room. If you have any questions, throw those in the comments section. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. All that other good stuff. You know what to do. So here we go. We're going to continue the story of McRed trying to help solve these compromises up at the North Pole and make sure that Christmas still happens. So this task is called Nothing Escapes Detective McRed. So here we go. As the elves are trying to recover the compromised Santa Gift.shop website, elf Recon McRed is trying to figure out how it was compromised in the first place. Can you help him gather open source information against a website? So we're going to be talking about a few things here. What OSINT is, what are techniques that can be used to get different types of information, both against a website or a target. Going to talk a little bit about using Google search engine, and there's some cool tricks that you can do with that called dorking that will allow you to be more specific with your search. We're also going to be looking at extracting information from the robot.txt file. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, we'll cover that. Using information about domains and who owns domains, using the WHOIS lookup tool. Looking for data from hacked databases, and how to search GitHub, specifically repos on GitHub, to look for sensitive information that people might have accidentally left out there and you don't know. So I'll say this, as far as what we're covering is OSINT here, they're talking about it being gathering and analyzing publicly available data for intelligence purposes. And with that, in this specific room, we're looking at it from trying to detect what type of information is out there on the internet that the attackers might have been able to use to compromise the server. OSINT, generally speaking, can be used for research of all different types of things. So it doesn't necessarily have to be related to cybersecurity topics and things like that. I mean, you can use OSINT within IT. You can use OSINT just within looking for information about anything you want to research. So it is definitely a good thing to understand all of the different types of data that's out there, and then some different tools that are available to help you do more granular searches for information that you want to find. So they mentioned that different types of information collected via different methods, whether it's the internet, journals, photos, mass media, things like that. And the information can be accessed via the internet because of the fact that the internet is indexed by search engines. Then there's closed forums, there's the dark web, a whole bunch of different places that information is available to be found when searching for it. So the first technique that we're going to be talking about is Google Dorks. We all use Google. We all do a lot of searching on Google. These are a few things that are really helpful to know. Again, not just from a cybersecurity perspective, but for being able to search for information more granularly. Really, really cool stuff here. So Google dorking involves using specialist search terms and advanced search operators to find results that aren't usually displayed using regular search terms. You can use them to search for specific types of files, cached versions of particular websites, so data that might be a little bit older, websites containing specific text. Bad actors widely use it to locate website configuration files and loopholes left due to bad coding practices or configuration hygiene. Some of the widely used Google dorks are mentioned below. So you can do the in URL, so in URL colon, and then what you're looking for as far as the string. So in this example, it will fetch all of the URLs that have the word hacking actually in the URL name. File type, we can search for different types of file extensions. So in this example here, they go file type colon PDF, and then in quotes hacking. So that will look for all different types of PDF files that are searchable via Google that contain the word hacking. So this one is super, super helpful. And there's a whole bunch of different types of file types that you can actually specifically narrow your search down to. Cite searches all index URLs for a specific domain. So for instance, if you wanted to search for just URLs that have TryHackMe in them, then you can go cite colon TryHackMe. So this is kind of useful as well. If you did cite and then added in the search terms that you were looking for, it would only be searching for those terms on this particular website. Cache is going to get you the last cache version that was cached by Google. Here they kind of give a little bit of an example of what I was mentioning, combining a few things. So if you go site, GitHub, and then this particular search term, you're only going to be searching within GitHub pages for the text string DB password or DB underscore password, which could possibly mean that any type of file that has this string in there potentially has some database credentials. So they do mention that there is another Google Dorks room. I've actually done that, did a walkthrough on that before. I think it's right here. If you go into my TryHackMe rooms walkthroughs, you can give that a try. It goes a lot more in depth. I think it's a free room. So if you want to learn a little bit more about some of the options that are available as far as more advanced Google searching, definitely give that a try. So we see doing that search there, ended up giving all these results, and we can actually see one of the sites that ended up coming up had that, and it looks like it might have the password right there, Nitro. The next method is using the WHOIS database. If you work in IT, especially on the operation side, you might be familiar with WHOIS. It allows us to search for public domain information, so like the domain owner of different DNS domains. It gives you the owner information, some administrative, billing, and technical contacts. The issue why this can become useful for someone who's trying to do nefarious things is that oftentimes it will have the PII of individuals associated with that domain, and that can lead towards malicious actors doing different types of spear phishing campaigns, right? So if they have a name and they have an email address and they can do some type of targeted attack against that individual via email and maybe get somebody to click on a link they shouldn't, and then next thing you know, some bad stuff might be happening. So here they have, or showing the output of the WHOIS information for GitHub. We can go and click on this. You can see the name, the WHOIS server, all the different name servers for the domain, and the registrar data. You see you have some email addresses in there. It all depends, because I think more recently there's ways to protect against this. A lot of domains or registrars offer like domain privacy, so that gives you the ability to protect that information from being available out here. But it's still a tool that could be used when searching for information on a particular domain. This next one is the Robots.txt. So this is a publicly accessible file created by a website administrator, and it's intended for search engines to use it to determine whether to allow or disallow indexing of a website's particular URLs. All websites have a robot.txt directly accessible through the domain's main URL. The thing with it, because it's publicly accessible, it doesn't mean anyone can edit or modify it. Let's see. I think the main thing with this is the folks that end up creating this for their websites and disallowing certain things. Someone who's up to some nefarious or malicious types of activities would know that these particular websites or part of the URL might exist, and then they could focus on going to them statically and see, what's there and why does the website administrator want to protect and not make these things openly available to a search engine to index it. This one is really good, the Have I Been Pwned website. If you haven't actually used this before, it's a free service. It allows you to put in your email addresses, and with that, you're able to take a look and see if any of your credentials that might have been associated with that email address might have been leaked in any publicly available data. So I definitely recommend going and setting yourself up for this just personally. It'll set up email alerts, and whenever anything's associated with your particular email account might pop up in a breach or compromise, then you'll be alerted to that, and then obviously you want to go and change passwords. So it says Recon McRed tried to run the email address of the Santa gift shop website to identify any leakages, and gladly no data breach was found. This last one, this is actually pretty cool and very helpful. So GitHub is a renowned platform that allows developers to host their code through version control. Developer can create multiple repositories and set the privacy settings there. A thing that we often see, a common flaw, is the privacy of the repo set to public, which means anyone can access it. And so if you aren't good with the hygiene of your code, you could accidentally be uploading configs and things like that that have passwords, usernames, tokens, stuff like that that you don't want readily available out on the internet. So McRed, the recon master, searched various terms on GitHub to find something useful. So like Santa gift shop, Santa gift, Santa shop. Luckily, one of the terms worked, and he found the website's complete source code publicly available through OSINT. Not good. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to jump into this, answer these questions. And so the first one is, what is the name of the registrar of the domain santagift.shop? So we can just take this and go back to that WHOIS tool. And we can just drop that in there. And we see that they're using Namecheap. So that is who the registrar information is for that. And it's redacted for privacy. So we're not going to get too much else out of that, but we can drop that in there. All right, find the website source code, the repo on GitHub, and open the file containing the sensitive credentials. Can you find the flag? So let's go to GitHub. Pop this open. We'll go Santa gift shop. We'll give that a try. So we're just going to go and search up here. Okay, we see that here. This might be it. Welcome to Santa gift shop. This repo contains the source code for production and QA for the website santagift.shop. Only legitimate members, developers are allowed to access the website and make changes. The config.php file contains the credentials for the database connection and must be handled with care. Well, that is kind of giving some stuff away there. And this is just a README file. We could have clicked into it here, but normally it will pop up right down here. So config.php, let's hop into here. And right off the bat, we can see there's a flag. If you've arrived, the flag value is thm_osint_works. And then some more stuff here. This file contains the following configurations: database settings, secret keys, database table prefix, and ABS path. So see a few things here. QA. We see a user, DB password. And then this is for prod. This is for QA. Looks like it's the same username and password. Okay, cool. Let's go see what their questions were. Find the website source code. Open the file. Can you find the flag? Yeah, we got the flag right off the bat. That was right up at the top. So let's go like this. Cool. What is the name of the file containing the passwords? Get rid of that. The file containing the passwords is what? The config.php. Cool. What is the name of the QA server associated with the website? Let's see. The QA server associated with the website. In case of QA, so it's santagift.shop. In case of QA, it will be qa.santagift.shop. And what is the DB password that is being reused between the QA and prod environments? I think we caught that. So it's just Santa1. All right. We'll go drop that in. Bam. And then they mentioned the Google dorking room, which I already pointed back to. I have that walkthrough. You can go check that out if you want to. But I think that wraps up our task for today for OSINT. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead, throw those in the comments section. I think we're going to do the next one, which just came out today, is scanning. So that's probably Nmap or something like that. So I'll film that walkthrough here shortly. But yeah, appreciate everybody dropping in, checking out the stream. I hope everybody has a good Sunday. And yeah, we'll chat soon. All right, bye.